Do you think Mbappe has home advantage because it's Qatar? If
Imagine.
I was playing next to Harry Maguire in this team and Mbappe is like making those runs, my only thing with Harry Maguire would be body dal body. Just body dal uske samne. Amazon Pay presents SK Fan Jam with me, Anirban. I am a comedian, but more importantly, I'm a football fan. Like I spend too much time on football more than my comedy. And this is a light-hearted show with the most important people in football, not FIFA executives, but the fans. Okay, sometimes we forget that we have a fantastic pair of fans today. England versus France is a big quarter final, and we are building up to that. And supporting England since 2010 is Delvin Serrao. Welcome, Delvin, to this
Uh,
show.
Hi, Anirban. Good morning. It's great to be here. Yeah.
You are a freelance sports writer, so I hope you are making money during this World Cup.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
World Cup is a place where not only players make money, but people like us also do. Okay.
Yes, it's absolutely.
Fantastic. I wish the World Cup happened every year. Great to have you, Delvin. Representing France, we have Sarthak Pawar, who is head of sports psychology at a known football academy in India and also with Leeds United in the UK. This is the bang opposite of a profile of a freelancer.
Hi, Anirban.
Hi, Sarthak. Nice to have you. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good with my chances as well with France today. I'm
Yeah.
feeling nice. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how this pans out. This has been a fantastic World Cup so far. England and France have both. Like, let me ask you this, Delvin. England is one of the very few big teams who's not, lost yet in this World
Yes,
Cup.
yes,
Is
yes.
that because England is no longer a big team?
Uh, no, not really. I think England still is a big team. I mean, the
Okay.
attacking depth that England has, I think only France and Brazil can rival this, and to a certain extent, Portugal. That
Hmm.
says a lot. There's a lot of youth, and Southgate somehow manages to do this thing exactly spot. He gets his thing spot on that he somehow manages to get this team work into a cohesive unit at every major tournament. I
Yeah.
think this is the third straight competition that England has made the quarterfinals. I
Hmm.
think this has only happened once in entire history of England so far. So this is only the second time that England have made the quarterfinal stages of three straight international tournaments.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's why. Yeah. That's very. I am also an England fan.
exactly.
Okay, but to be honest, England has given me a lot of pain. Okay, over the years,
Same
and
here.
but
Same here.
I'm kind of used to it because the other two teams I support are KKR and Liverpool. So it's okay. But facing England in the quarterfinal is obviously France, the defending champion, or maybe we should call them the attacking champion. Okay, what do you think of France's chances, Sarthak?
I think they're really good. Like you would think that with Benzema gone that they would really struggle, but they've really
Hmm.
picked up the notch. And Giroud playing the way he has, it just adds so much balance in attack. Where you've got this
Hmm.
unselfish player who's doing so much for the team. I'm optimistic. I would say I'm happy with how they're doing at the moment. Can't complain.
Do you think Mbappe has home advantage because it's Qatar?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take anything. I'll take anything if that's what it was.
Qatar is his home, right? Because home is where the heart is, and
That's
heart
true.
is where the money is, right? So,
Qatar is also his place of employment also.
yeah, exactly.
I'm sure
Uh,
Paris is not his home anymore.
but Mbappe, like, what do you think? Mbappe, by the time he ends his career, how many World Cup goals will he have?
Man, I think he can go past the 16 of closer because he's so early on to 9. It's
Yeah.
he has 3 more World Cups with him. I think it's very plausible that he becomes a highest scorer. But if you remember, Thomas Muller also had 10 goals in his first 2 World Cups, and he's not got a goal
Hmm.
since. So you just
Yes.
never know. But I would bank on Mbappe
Yeah.
getting there.
So, okay, Delvin, tell me something. You've been supporting England since 2010. That's the
Yes,
year of that goal that
the ghost.
never
Yeah.
was, the
Yes.
ghost
Yes.
goal. What made you support England? Do you support? Do you follow the Premier League, or did you like a player in particular? How come England?
Yeah, so I am a Manchester United fan, which is not good news to you. But I started following United since 2006. And the first international game that I watched was the England versus Portugal quarterfinals in the World Cup, which,
Oh,
surprise, surprise, we lost in penalties. So
okay.
there were a lot of good players on show there. And so gradually my interest peaked, and then going to see England means I kept on watching England matches from there on. Then you had the galaxy of stars that were there playing in the Premier League. You had the
Hmm.
Terrys, the Lampards, the Gerrards, the Rooneys, all these guys, and then like you just used to get your hopes up. Like if this is how they play in the Premier League, then imagine what mayhem they would cause at the World Cup.
Yes.
So I entered into the 2000 World Cup with a very optimistic sense. I mean, because most of the players that were selected had an insane season,
Yeah.
and then we all seen what happened. I think the only great performance that that side had was the Gerrard goal in the 4 minutes against USA,
Yeah.
and and then Rooney pecking off the home supporters after that goalless Algeria draw.
What do you think about the upcoming quarterfinal England and France? Like which team is stronger mentally?
I think, as much as I don't want to be biased, I do think that France would be stronger mentally because I believe England might have that underdog edge that they use against themselves, where they will feel a bit of nervousness against France. So I do think that
Hmm.
France going through the tournament now, they're playing good football again as well. They feel like they've got one of the best players in the tournament with Mbappe, obviously. So I think that they would have the edge over here if I had to put my money on it.
But then
Yeah.
again, England coming off the back of three consecutive clean sheets, and you spoke about the underdog spirit, but that works mentally in the favor of the English side as well, right?
I would say so. I would say that they would feel like the underdog, but the thing is, it's not a small team. If England was like a Morocco, then they would personify being a small team with a David versus Goliath story. But the expectations from England aren't of a small team, right? So they will still feel the weight of a big nation, but go into the game feeling like the smaller country, is what I think.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. But then that could work in our favor as well, is just what
Possibly.
I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
But
mean, as
Elvin,
you would hope for yours, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
do you think England is underdog? England is not underdog here, right?
Not underdog per se, but then it would be a very close battle. I mean, because France do enter this game as defending champions too. So automatically that makes them, and they entered this tournament as one of the outright favorites after Brazil too. So it will be a very close contest. I don't think England will be the underdogs, but like Sarthak said, they would consider themselves, especially as far as this fixture is concerned, if you isolate this fixture. But yeah, I do fancy England's chances a lot because we are coming on the back of three consecutive clean sheets.
Hmm.
We have scored the most number of goals in this tournament. We have had eight different goal scorers. England can score practically from any situation, be it a set piece, be it a transition counter attack,
Yeah.
be it slick build up play as well. I mean, when in your time supporting England, when have you found an England side that is so well rounded in attack?
Yeah, that's true. Like in my time supporting England, the only problem is France has won the World Cup twice. That's that is what Sarthak, my question to you is France is already a very strong team, but they are missing some big players. Like
Mhm.
those players can walk into pretty much any team in the world. So, is France still? Can France still win the World Cup without these big players?
I think anytime you don't have the Ballon d'Or playing for you, that is always going to
Yeah,
leave a mark. I think that's a big
yeah,
one. But having said that, I believe that because France knew that he's not playing before the tournament, they could prepare better. And the team is set in a way where they're not left with like holes that they didn't prepare for. So even with like Lucas Hernandez for that matter or Pogba, all of these, I think they generally have covered, and I think they're doing a good job now. I wouldn't say they're as strong as they would be with them, with like Benzema and stuff, but I think they would still be considered favorites. I think they stand a good chance. I would say they're doing well.
Yeah, they're pretty all-stars team, but for England, like maybe they will see this as a slight advantage that this is probably not their full strength. So, but like England, are you happy delving with England's selection?
So when the team sheet came out for the Senegal game, I mean, I was very surprised to see Henderson's name on the team sheet. I
Yes, of
mean,
course you were.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. So when it comes to international football, I do not take club enmity in it. So for me,
Okay.
if England is England and
I
club ka club
I
ke side mein, yeah.
I
So
could take. I could take.
yes, no, but for me it's not like that. So I was a little surprised because I thought Calvin Phillips would get a chance because. But then the way Henderson played, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, I literally enjoyed Henderson play because Henderson was sat deep. It gave the license for both Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice to do what they do best. That is carry the ball in advanced areas, link up that play, and then become that link between defense. I think Bellingham in particular has just been sensational. I mean, Anirban, for you, it is bad news as a Liverpool fan because every insane performance he puts, that just puts 20-25 million more on his price tag. I
No
mean, by the
problem.
end,
No problem. Saudi Arabia is buying us. No problem.
by,
We will get Bellingham's whole family. No problem.
but watching Bellingham play is an absolute pleasure to watch. I mean, he plays with the poise and maturity and the grace that just belies his tender age. I mean, no one can tell that he's a 19-year-old with the performances that he's putting. I mean, this World Cup has been. I mean, there is something with English midfielders and international tournaments that bring out their best game. I mean, last year it was Calvin Phillips who shone, and Declan Rice also, and this year it's Bellingham who's taking center stage, and arguably which is the greatest stage of world football.
Guys, it's been great chatting with you guys. I want to know from you, Delvin and Sarthak. Just give us a prediction. Stick your neck out. Give me a score line.
So I think it's going to be a very close game. I think the biggest threat that England have is supreme leader Kylian Mbappe, and the other thing is that I just hope that Harry Maguire and John Stones don't get attracted by Giroud's sexiness on the pitch and just manage to make sure that he doesn't make those ghosting runs in the end, which has been his speciality.
Right.
Overall, I fancy its chances, but with the amount of quality that is there on display on both sides, I think it's going to be a 2-all draw after extra time, and maybe England sneak through on penalties because even France have lost their last penalty shootout against Switzerland, and Mbappe did miss the crucial penalty as well. So I think we all know what happened in the aftermath of that. So yeah, I think England will win 4-2 on penalties after a 2-all draw.
Very brave prediction. England winning on penalties. Oh, that's something that you don't hear
And
often.
that's how confident I am.
That's insane. What about you, Sarthak? Give us a score.
I
line.
think Delvin has been quite romantic with his storyline ending to this game, but I'm happy for him. I'm happy. I think that's how you should be. But I think France will take care of business over here. I think they will beat England 3-1. I believe at the end of 90 minutes because every time you have Mbappe versus Maguire, I think there is not a lot to choose. So I do believe that at that point we will have some good goals coming in, and I wouldn't say England is bad. I wouldn't say that they're a weak team. I think it's a very equal opposition, but I think France is first among equals over here. So I think they will win 3-1 against England.
Okay. So Sarthak 3-1 France. Delvin 4-2 on penalties England. It will be really funny if one of you guys support, like say कि I support England but France will win.
No, imagine the scenes if Harry Maguire pockets Kylian Mbappe. I mean, they might as well build a statue of him at Wembley after that performance.
I think Maguire imagines that quite often.
Yeah, he does. But then imagine that dream coming to reality.
If I was playing next to Harry Maguire in this team and Mbappe is like making those runs, my only thing with Harry Maguire would be body dal body. Just body dal उसके सामने. Chest
But
डाल के
box
रोको.
में नहीं. But box में नहीं.
बॉक्स के बाहर ट्राई करना बट बॉडी बॉडी. एक्चुअली मैं जो फुटबॉल खेलता हूँ उसमें पेनल्टीज ही नहीं है. तो थोड़ा
I think Southgate also says the same, but it doesn't work out for Maguire.
so alright, very nice, very interesting. So out of like England and France, only one of the teams is guaranteed to be rewarded with a semi-final berth. But by making payments with Amazon Pay, everyone is assured guaranteed rewards. So just remember this: pay Amazon Save. Alright, guys. Thank you, Sarthak. Thank you, Delvin. To close out this episode, what we'll do is now you guys are obviously football lovers, passionate fans. I have a small World Cup quiz for you. All right, over here, it's been good so far, but there is difficult to say who is winning a fan jam. Okay, because it's just chatter, it's just banter. But now this is competition. So I'll ask you 5 questions. Just like a penalty shootout, if the scores are tied at the end of 5, then it's sudden death. This is how the questions will work. I will ask you the question. Whoever knows the answer, just answer it. Okay, whoever answers it first gets the point. If you answer it correctly, but if you answer it first and get it wrong, automatically your opponent gets the point. All right. If you don't want to take a chance, you can just let it be. In that case, it'll be like 0 points for both. All right.
Sure. Yeah.
So there could be some questions about the teams you support, or it could be just general World Cup quiz. All right. First question. First question for this penalty shootout between Delvin and Sarthak. You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Which was the last World Cup where England did not qualify?
2010.
That's
Oh
wrong.
no! Oh no! That was the Euro 2010.
I literally said it in the stream. I watched England first in the 2010 World Cup.
I thought of the 2008 Euros. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Because I remember the Gerrard photo. Oh man.
Delvin, you have 1 point. All right. Sarthak has missed. Sarthak
I have
has missed.
saved it.
No, I think he is hit it like the Ramos penalty. Okay, wait, this is
I
like
am.
wait.
I went over the
Already off
top.
target. All right. Now for question number 2. Once again. Okay. So this is a slightly long question, but you can crack it. Just like just try to derive it. X gained independence in 1991, and since then have qualified for 6 out of the 8 World Cups. Okay, the country got independence in 91, then qualified for pretty much like 6 out of 8 World Cups. They have been runners-up once.
Croatia.
Who said
Yeah,
Croatia first?
Sarthak did.
Sarthak is back in it. It's 1-1. Awesome. Okay. Third question. Brazil became the first country to win the FIFA World Cup outside their own continent. Who was the host country?
Sweden.
Sweden. I think this was close.
This was close.
This was close.
Sarthak got it right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the 4th question. Probably not the final question. You have to score. Okay, this is a must score for Delvin. Okay. Who is the most World Cup capped player to have never lifted a trophy?
The player with the most appearances was not won a World
Player
Cup.
with the
trophy.
most World Cup appearances who's not won a World Cup. If you guys don't take this, I'll give a couple of hints.
Yeah, you could give a hint.
Okay. His team finished 3rd in 1990 and runners-up in 1994.
Baggio.
Sarthak wins it.
Oh, I
The
played it
answer-
safe. I played it
The
safe.
answer
Zeke
is
Dinosaur.
Paolo
No.
Maldini.
Maldini.
Oh,
Baldini has just won too many Champions League, no? So it's good that he stayed out of
my
World
God.
Cups.
The only,
Yeah.
I mean, when you said 94, the only thing that came to my mind was
Yeah.
Baggio. I mean,
It's just
that's
Baggio.
the
Yeah.
impact of the penalty he missed.
Yeah.
That's only
Perfect.
fair.
You lost the penalty shootout with Baggio. What can be?
What can be more poetic?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so congratulations, Sarthak, for winning this penalty shootout.
Also,
I hope.
also, I lost the penalty shootout in the same score that England lost it against Italy in the Euros. Just 3-1.
Beautiful. It's good. Like Sarthak, you just get out all your losses on Zoom, okay? So that in the real thing you can probably win it. But congratulations, Sarthak, for winning.
Thank you
winning
so
the
much.
penalty shootout, and like congratulations, Delvin, also for providing entertainment.
I think football is the real winner here.
Football is the real winner. Awesome. It was lovely chatting with you guys. I hope you had fun as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I
once
totally
again.
enjoyed. Thank you so much for
Thank
giving
you.
the opportunity. Yeah, it's great.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Anirban. Thank you so
enjoy-
much.
Thank you so much.
enjoy-
Thank you.
Enjoy your quarter final, and do not break your television. All right. Many thanks to Delvin and Sarthak for joining in, and thank you to our viewers for tuning into this episode of Amazon Pay presents SK Fan Jam with Anirban. I hope you guys had fun. See you in the next episode.
Tired of better luck next time? Time to switch to Amazon Pay UPI. Guaranteed rewards daily.